Hello guys, I welcome you all in this video. I am Nishant Kumar. I am a science teacher, and today in this lecture I'll discuss about how electrons are distributed in orbits. It is not true that any orbit has any number of electrons. This is not true. Every orbit has fixed number of electrons that can be calculated by mathematical. So we can say that any orbit has 2n square. This is number of electrons, where n is number of orbits. This mathematical concept can be used to calculate number of electrons in an orbit, right? So suppose this is nucleus, this is K shell, L shell, M shell and N shell. K, L, M and N, or 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 orbits, right? So let us calculate number of electrons in these all orbits. For K orbit or K shell, N is equal to 1. This is N is equal to 1, right? So we can say that number of electrons in K shell is equal to 2 into N square, where N is 1 here, 1 square, that is 2. So we can say that K shell has 2 electrons. Similarly, for L shell, N is equal to 2, this 2. Number of electrons is equal to 2 into 2 raised to the power 2, that is equal to 8 for L shell. Now for M shell, N is equal to 3. Number of electrons is equal to 2 into 3 raised to the power 2, that is 18, right? Similarly, for N shell, N is equal to 4. Number of electrons is equal to 2 into 4 raised to the power 2, that is equal to 32 N. So we can see here that it is not true that any orbit has any number of electrons. Every orbit K, L, M, N has different electrons, right? You can say K, this is K orbit has 2 electrons, L orbit has 8 electrons, M orbit has 18 electrons and N orbit has 32 electrons, right? This is the concept I have to discuss today, and let us discuss another important point, that how many electrons are present in outermost orbit. Let me rub the board. The topic is number of electrons present in outermost orbit is 8. Any atom which has n number of orbits, therefore the farthest orbit from the nucleus or the outermost orbit has 8 number of electrons, maximum 8 number of electrons. Outermost orbit can have electrons less than 8 or equal to 8, but cannot more than 8, right? Less than 8, equal to 8, or but cannot more than 8. So we can say that the element which has 8 electrons in outermost orbit is called noble element or noble gas. What are the properties of noble gas? So let's discuss about noble gases. Noble gases are those gases which have fully filled outermost orbital, that is 8 electrons, or we can say that noble gases have 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. They have 8 electrons in outermost orbit, number 1 point. Number 2 point is they are chemically inactive. What does this statement mean, chemically inactive? This statement means the element or the gas will not go for any bond formation with other elements or gases, right? This chemically inactive statement means, right? Why the noble gases will not go for bond formation? Because they have 8 electrons in outermost orbit.